still down here looking for tracks. So far, I haven't really come across anything great other than, horse prints. Um, but I wanted to show you this area right here behind me. This is an area where a sighting happened back in, I think it was between 93 and 94 or 95 at the latest. All right, right back down off in here. Right down this area here. I won't get too close because, as you can see, that's a quick drop, sudden stop. But anyway, the report goes that there was a guy down here and he was gold panning. Okay, they do this a lot down here, and he was down there. He said he was walking up coming up through the water because the water was kind of low. And said as he come around that bend right up there, said that right down in here, which would be right off in that area right around there somewhere. He said that he saw what looked like to him as a man who would be wearing like a big fur coat. Now again, he's down there, and it's right in here, okay? He said that when he first saw it, it struck him as a gentleman wearing a big black fur coat. And he said this wasn't during the winter. He said, so he thought, why is there a guy here walking around with, woodpecker, why is there a guy here walking around with a, big old black fur coat on? He said, so he stopped and said he just kind of like, crouched down, said he watched him for, I think he said like 4 or 5 minutes or maybe longer than that. It wasn't long, but it was long enough he could see it, But anyway, said that it was down in the water, squatted down, and it was splashing the water. The report goes that he never saw it grab anything. He said, but he didn't know if it was like splashing the water up trying to get something, or it just had his hands down in the water like cleaning his hands off. He said, if I remember correctly, I'm trying to think because it's been a good while since I heard this encounter. That he watched it as it messed with the water. It stood up. It walked across the creek bed right here. Went right up that little bank. Went right off up into the forest. He said that after that, he said he stayed down there, again, which is down there. He said he stayed down there for, I think he said for maybe like 30 minutes or so. He said because, truthfully, he said when it stood up, he said he knew good and well that it wasn't no man and it wasn't no bear. He said this thing had to be between 7.5 feet tall. He said it was completely covered in black fur. He said it wasn't kind of like long and shaggy looking. It was kind of coarse looking almost. He said, but what got him the most was, he said, when that thing stood up, all right, and it walked from there to there and went up through there, that he said it was built like a big man. And he said, I mean a big, big man. Completely covered in black fur. He said it had a big old head on it. Big broad shoulders. He said, but it was kind of like humped over. It wasn't standing straight. So, that's a lot of encounters that I've heard about and, that people tell me they're always, they got that humped over look. So he said it was kind of hunched over. He said it had long arms. He said the arms looked like it was long enough that he could scratch his ankles if he wanted to. He said it had long legs. He said, but its legs were not straight. They were kind of bent, And he said it took off and he said it had a care in the world. It just walked right across that creek bed and went up in there. Said it never turned and looked at him. Said it never, not one time, even acted like he was there. And this was, I think he said it was early morning. So He said it was just, the sun was coming up. He said it wasn't like dark out here, but there wasn't a whole lot of sunlight yet. He said, but there was enough sunlight you could walk around and see things clear as a bell. And this is the area that it happened in right there. Right down there where it was. He was down there. And like I said, that happened back between probably 93, 94, 95 at the latest. You know, there's a lot of reports down here like this, guys. There really is. But again, you just got to research it and you got to know people. Because if you don't know nobody, nobody's going to tell you nothing, I promise you. So, I mean, couldn't you just imagine? Oh my God. I mean, seriously, think about it. You're down there panning for gold and you're walking up this way. Because he said his truck was parked right back up here. So he's down there walking, right? Coming back. I guess I don't know if he was coming back, he was going to another area, or he would just come back to his vehicle. I don't know. I would love to talk to the guy. I really would. But, you know, he's one of these ones who won't give his name. So, which I don't blame him. With the way people are nowadays, I don't blame him. But can you just imagine being down there panning for gold and you come around this corner and all of a sudden you see something black that looks like a gorilla right down there, and it's sitting there splashing the water like, you know, it's trying to grab something or clean its hands, whatever. And then all of a sudden, it just stands up and it walks off. Never even looks at you, like you don't even exist. You just imagine the rush. I mean, now, okay, this happened here back between 93, 94, and 95, all right? My encounter that I had last year with the roadside crossing was right back there, about a half a mile. Now, I'm not saying that's the same creature, and that's been a good while, but, okay, we have the creek bed, and they always follow the creek bed. You know, that's what they say, they always follow the creek bed. So, he had his encounter down there. I had my encounter, like I said, about a half a mile up there when it crossed the road and went up the hill, and that happened last year. So, that's when I say that people always say, you know, well, do they stay in the same area? I believe this area right here is, truthfully, I believe this area is heavily full of these creatures. I'm not saying like, you know, hundreds and hundreds, but I'm saying that there's several of them out here is what I'm saying. I mean, truthfully, within this whole mountain range, which goes on, it seems, I mean, it's not huge, but it seems like it goes on forever because it goes from one forest to the next. You know, creeks lead up everywhere. I'm gonna say, just guessing, and this is just a guess, I'd say in this whole mountain range, there's probably, oh my God, counting the juveniles, it's probably 30 or 40 at least. I'm gonna say that's just me guessing. But like I said, this is a heavily active area. It really is. Now I know a lot of you are probably gonna go 30 or 40. Oh my God, there could be that many out there. Yeah. But now that 30 and 40, what I'm saying is travels this whole area, and I'm talking from one side of the mountain to the other, way on back. You know, this ain't just this one little spot. I'm talking the entire region here, the entire area. That's what I'm saying. So, but again, he was panning for gold. The creature was right down there, and my sighting was about a half a mile away. That's very interesting. Very interesting. And if anybody's wondering, this is the area of the old man of the forest. So, well, this isn't his direct area, but this is the area that he travels. I'll just put it like that. So, but I thought I'd share that with y'all while I'm out here looking around. And again, like I said, you know, my videos aren't exciting, but you know, at least I'm out here doing it and I'm sharing it with you. So, like I said, can you just imagine though, seeing that thing? Oh my God, I mean really, just, whew. And just watching it get up and walk off across there. That's probably a once in a lifetime thing right there. I would love to meet that guy and talk to him. Yeah. It's incredible, guys, it really is. But hope you guys are doing good. Hope everybody's feeling good. Nobody's got this old virus that's going around. And one thing about that virus too, guys, you know, don't let it get you down. You know, things happen. People get sick. You know, you will survive it. This thing will pass. It does. You know, we have good days, we have bad. You know, don't panic too bad. Don't run out and do this, that, and the other. Don't let the media get to you, because that's what's happening. The media is just blowing this thing way out of proportion. It really is. But again, just take care of yourselves, and I hope y'all are doing good, and I wish you the best. But I just thought I'd share this with you, and thanks, guys.